All right, class. What are some things that you're going to be listening for when your peers are up here reporting their answers? What are you going to be looking for? Zanaya.
Good examples.
Yes, good examples. Something else. Zariel.
To see if they were vague or not.
Yes. What does it mean to be vague? What does it mean to be vague, Alex?
What it means to be vague is that, like, you're not explaining it fully. You can say, like, I had a cupcake, but you're not talking about what type of cupcake.
Yes, very good. It's just a general statement. Olivia.
To explain more.
Yes, explain more. Akinyele.
To meet all the requirements.
Yes, and what are the requirements? What do you need to do in order to get a great score for these open-ended questions? What do you need to do? Just say my paper's good because it's me? What do you need to do, Amir?
Give a good opening.
Give a great opening, yes. Anything else you need? Cyrus.
Stay on topic.
Stay on topic, all right? Amaji.
You need to use the rope wow.
Yes, and what does that mean, a rope wow?
A, analyze. R, restate the question. O, your own words. P is proof. E is explain. And wow is can I relate to the story?
Yes, okay. Can you relate to Dusty?
Yes.
Being on edge?
Yes.
Okay, all right. My group here already asked to go first. They asked to go second. You could go third, fourth, fifth. All right? Remember, when people are up, are we going to be respectful of one another? Yes. If I feel that a group has a 2, do I just say you have a 2 and that's it? No. What do I need to do?
You need to explain why they have a 2.
Yes. What does it mean to get a 2? What does it mean to get a 2? What's the highest score you can get, first of all, Inaya?
The highest score you can get is a 4.
And what does that mean to have a 4?
A 4 means that you clearly demonstrated an understanding of the task.
Yes. So if you get a 2, do you clearly understand? No. So what does a 2 mean? What does a 2 mean? A shot.
You may address all the requirements, but demonstrates a partial understanding of the task.
What does it mean to have a partial understanding? Azaya.
A partial understanding means when you know half of the task, but the rest you didn't really explain in the text.
Yes, you really didn't explain, okay? So you want all 4, right? Yes. Okay, are we ready? Yes. Okay. Take it over. Ghost Riders. Hello.
Good morning, Miss class.
Good morning.
In Iditarod dream, Dusty is on edge about the obstacles on the trail. Dusty is on edge because the first junior Iditarod he ever had, an accident happened, which was his glasses got enormously foggy and frozen, so he got lost. But as they entered the woods, Dusty is on edge because he never entered this trail before. And it's crowded with obstacles.
All right, talk to us first about what do you think?
I think it's a 1 because we didn't really finish and we didn't have really good details.
All right, everybody go to where you need to be.
That's here. I will give you a 2 because you explained your proof too soon. There wasn't any proof. You had details, just not enough though. You didn't really have a lot of details. All you had was your own words. And like Anastasia said, you didn't really finish. But if you finished, I believe you would have had a 4.
I gave you a 2 because you explained greatly and you had a lot of details, but not as much. And if you were finished, I would have gave you a 4. I give y'all a 2 because you all had great details. Thank you, Nazir. Y'all had great details, but y'all were kind of vague.
I'll give you all a 2 because when y'all say when there were obstacles on the trail, like what obstacles were on the trail, and I think if you want to finish, I will at least give you a 4. I will give you all a 1 because you
you didn't have like that many details of how you were supposed to explain it, and like Nazir said, you got to the proof too soon.
I give you a 2 because, like Nazir and John said, John said you're vague. I like the word when you said enormously, something like that. But if you finish, I will give you a 3, between a 3 and a 4.
Okay. All right. I think it's a consensus. It's about, I agree at 1.5. But I know that you guys could have gotten there had you finished, okay? All right. Who's up?
Good morning, Miss McLeod in class. Good morning.
And I did in my dream, Dusty is on edge about the obstacles on the trail. Dusty is on edge because he was worried he was going to get lost again. He was also on edge because he saw the moose, which is a musher's worst nightmare because it can kill several dogs. Last, Annie, his lead dog, kept looking back for snowmobiles. Then Dusty and Annie became nervous. According to the text, it stipulates then he spots a moose. He spots moose tracks on the trail, and his fears mushroom. Our proof is correct because it is one of the obstacles that Dusty faced. Since the moose was there, he was even more on edge because what if the moose attacked the team? Then what would Dusty do? Just like Dusty, Inaya was on edge once. She was on edge when she was taking a test. She was worried and thinking, what did my teacher teach me? In conclusion, and in our dream, that's why Dusty was on edge about the obstacles on the trail.
I think you guys had a good beginning, but in the beginning you were a little repetitive, I heard you. And you said because twice, like right here, and only 2 sentences. And I think you could have explained a little more as well.
We did explain.
I know, but I think you could have explained more.
About what?
Like the moose, because when you explain this, you were explaining about the moose tracks, right? So
Yes, we were talking
I know.
about what if the moose attacked us.
Because that's
I know
our proof, so we have to explain what we're talking about.
I know. I just thought maybe you could explain more.
Okay.
There we go. I'll give you a 4 because you have great details and you didn't just throw random thoughts into your answer, and you had like when you talked about how Inaya had related with Dusty. You showed how she was like Dusty. Like when you told you weren't vague. Like when you said that she was just nervous, you talked about how she was nervous and why she was nervous, and you had a clear understanding of the time.
John.
I give y'all 4 because y'all have oh my god. I give you all a 4 because you have great details, you weren't vague, you have a great wow, and you have a great wow.
I would give you all a 4 because your details were great and you had specific details and you didn't have that many errors in your writing.
Not safe.
You guys deserve a 3.9 because that's the only thing that kept you away was it was just repetitive. Kept saying because.
Yeah, I give you all a 3.9 because you had great details. I would say that you could have explained better. Your explain was good, but you could have explained better and you were repetitive.
Explain better and what? That's what you're asking me.
Explain in general, just use more sophisticated words. I didn't say that you didn't. I didn't say that you didn't explain. I said you did explain.
Make more.
Yes.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm not saying that you. I'm saying that you explained very well.
Just more.
Just more.
More details.
That's what you're saying.
All right, this is the last one. Who?
I think you deserve a 4 because you had a lot of details, and you explained a lot about your proof, and you explained a lot about the WOW because you did a lot about Inaya and how she was related to Dusty.
What would you guys give yourself? What would you give yourself? Why did you say that, Exploding Cobras? Why 4?
Because we explained in great details, and we had a lot of details for our proof and our own words.
And we use sophisticated words like stipulate.
Yes, you did use sophisticated words like stipulates, and I love it. I agree, I concur with the Exploding Cobras. They do receive a 4. They did a great job. Good job. I don't hear clapping.